Look at that. Look at the color on that. Are you kidding me? Here we go. Moment of truth. Come on, man.
Your face says it all.
Come on.
Your face says it all.
Hey everyone, I'm Greg Hudson, host of America's Best Restaurants, where we scour the country, checking out hidden gems as well as your local favorites. And today we are in Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania, at a place that is housed in a building that dates back 217 years. Now, the food is not. It is scratch made every single day. And apparently today we've got a bacon wrapped filet mignon on the menu, and not one, but 2 flights of dessert. So it's time to head on in. Let's go. This is Chadds Ford Tavern. Oh man, this is cool. Kate, how are you?
Welcome. Good. How are you?
Doing
Good
very
to see
well.
you again.
Good to see you again. And so the last time we got to hang out with me, you, Phil,
Yes.
we were at the other place, King's Tavern.
We were our sister restaurant.
This is, I mean, there's a through line here for sure.
Okay.
With the other restaurant, with the dark woods, it's really nice. But this has a very, very unique feel, very old school, fun, unique feel. Hey, Phil, what's up, man?
How are
The
you?
man, the
very
myth,
well.
the legend.
Good to see you,
So
buddy.
since you guys couldn't decide on an appetizer, I decided to make you our famous wing sampler
Okay.
and our famous appetizer sampler, so you can get a little bit of everything.
Not mad at that, my friend. This is fantastic.
All right?
And he's right, we really couldn't decide because the sampler looked good. You got the egg roll in there with the shrimp, but I still wanted the wings, but I wanted to try different types of wings, so here we are.
So dig in.
All right.
Let's go.
$1 million. I love that guy. I love that guy. Phil, $1 Million Chef Phil.
That $1 Million Chef.
He's the best, man.
He
is
is.
the best. So talk us through this really quick. What were we looking at?
Okay, so we have 2 of our most popular appetizers here.
Okay.
You have in front of you our wing sampler. This is for the people who want wings but can't decide, do I want the buffalo, do I want the barbecue, do I want the sweet chili? So it's got a little bit of everything on the plate. And of course that comes with a side of our house-made blue cheese because
Ooh.
why would we have anything but something made in-house?
Of course.
And then in front of me, I have our appetizer sampler, which comes with, this is for the people who can't decide which appetizer they'd like.
Okay. Which
So
I'm sure
you
is a
get
lot
the,
of you, by the way.
Sweet chili wings, our prime rib egg rolls, and then our bacon wrapped shrimp.
Now, that's one thing that I remember. It's been a while, but those prime rib egg rolls.
I believe that you devoured those prime rib egg
There
rolls.
may have been, we might have a clip of it. I don't know. Hopefully not, because my hands are pretty disgusting. To the point that you had to run off camera and get me a napkin.
Yes.
And I had to find a way to transition
Yeah,
out of it
just
because we
means
made a
it's good
mess.
food.
Well, let's start with what? What do you think? The wings?
I think let's start with the wings.
Okay, I heard you say Chipotle barbecue,
Yes.
and that
So
and is it made in house?
it is.
What a
it is,
shocker!
Of course it is.
What a shocker!
Of course it is. Fresh wings. We get wings 5 days a week, and we go through quite a bit of wings. We make our buffalo sauce and we make our Chipotle barbecue sauce in-house.
Beautiful.
So
Which one's Chipotle barbecue?
So Chipotle barbecue is right in the center.
Okay.
That's the one you're gonna go for. I'm gonna go for sweet chili.
Yes.
My favorite.
So normally, sometimes I will dunk with the blue cheese. I want to taste this
You have
sauce
to try it.
first
Mhm.
because you made it in house. I want to get a flavor.
You have to.
Flavor that. Is that glistening? Is that glistening? You see that? You see that? That's house-made Chipotle barbecue. That's what that is. It's about to be gone, is what it's about to be. Oh man,
Can't go wrong. They
man.
fry them perfectly.
Phil,
Always.
Phil.
Uh-huh.
Woo. I will say this. What I think is really cool. Not everybody likes it too much of a kick. This is balanced for even folks that aren't crazy about too much heat. You get a little of that Chipotle flavor, but it's not going to burn your mouth.
So that's the
What I
big
think's
thing
really
that we
cool.
worry about is we want something for everyone.
Yeah, it's very approachable. Like you're going to be fine with this no matter what your spice level.
Right. It's got a little kick to it, but nothing that's gonna make your taste buds.
Man, that.
Singe
Whoa,
off.
whoa. That's delicious. The house-made blue cheese.
House-made blue cheese, our creamy gorgonzola dressing. We serve that with our house-made chips, and then we offer that with our wings. It comes on some of our salads. It's phenomenal.
That is great. Okay.
Phenomenal.
Two things. Well, first of all, what else are we going to be trying today?
So we are also going to be trying one of our signature dishes. It's our bacon-wrapped filet mignon.
Come on.
That's going to come over cheddar chive mashed potatoes.
Why wouldn't it?
And roasted asparagus.
Oh, sorry. Take me back really quick. What was I heard? Cheddar
Chive mashed potatoes.
Oh my gosh. It's another great day.
Comfort food.
The other thing, I wanted to, well, actually just a second. Oh, we're having dessert though too, right?
Oh, we are absolutely having dessert. We have a phenomenal dessert chef in here. Her name is Iggy. She has been with us for 5 years, and she has gone from, no, I want to make salads and wash dishes, to running our kitchen from top to bottom. And she has a particular specialty of cheesecake, and it's Iggy's cheesecake. And I will put my paycheck on the line every day that it will be the best the best cheesecake that you will have, no matter what. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you've had, her cheesecake will win every single time.
So it's going to be another great episode. We're going to get the story of this place, because there's a lot of history here as well.
There's a lot of history in this old building.
Going to talk about Chadds Ford Tavern and the history there. We have the bacon wrap filet on the way. We have the cheesecake challenge. I'm just going to go ahead and call it that. The cheesecake challenge. Iggy's got the cheesecake challenge.
Cheesecake challenge.
You're telling me it's like some of the best in the country.
No, I'll give you my paycheck if you don't like it.
Fair enough. And before we head out and start to talk about the story, I need some redemption.
Going into the egg rolls?
Yes, because if you recall last time we were at King's Tavern, also
those
owned
regal
by
egg
Kate.
rolls.
The egg rolls that we had at the top, these are the same things, but this time I need my redemption because they got the better of me. There was grease everywhere.
Everywhere. There
we
was
had to
meat
run off
everywhere.
camera, meat all over the place. We had to run off camera just to get a napkin. I'm getting some redemption, so here we go. All right, prime rib egg roll. You're mine.
Time and time again.
Egg roll wins again. Wins again. We'll see you on the other side with the story of this place. Well, Kate, this place is really cool, and again, a lot of history.
Thank you. It does.
We
It does have
visited
a lot
you.
of history.
Yeah, I mean, just like we visited you at the other location at your other restaurant at King's, and it also had a lot of history. You guys seem to go with that theme of having these buildings and restaurants that
like the older
hundreds of
buildings.
years old.
We like the older buildings. We like to see community staples brought back to life.
Okay,
We
is that
like
how
to
this started
see-
then?
Yes, it is. So this building has been around for a couple hundred years. 217 is the closest estimate that we've been able to
217?
get. And it has been everything from a hot dog and ice cream place to the Chadds Ford Tavern for the last 60 years.
Man.
And the previous owner, we purchased from him and wanted to keep the same family, local, watering hole, anything that we could,
Sure.
to bring, best place to bring your family, best place to come out for date night. We have a lot of people who they got engaged here. They met their spouse here,
Oh,
and
that's
they
great.
tell us their stories of over the years, and we wanted to keep it that way. So
Well, I think that's really cool, especially a town like Chadds Ford, where when you call it Chadds Ford Tavern, what you said the previous owner did how many years ago?
he purchased in 1960. And
Man.
that's when he named it the Chadds Ford Tavern. We are in the heart of Chadds Ford.
Sure.
So he named it the Chadds Ford Tavern. And when we purchased in 2017, Philip opted to keep the name Chadds Ford Tavern. Keep it
Incredibly
the same.
smart.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's a staple in the community.
It is.
And then what you guys do with food on top of it, though. I mean, you sort of take it to that next level. Come join me over here. I'm checking out some of this artwork, too.
So he is extremely talented in finding that niche of what's great for everybody. What's everybody gonna love? How can we get together with all of our friends and you can have seafood and I can have steak and, we can have wings,
that menu is incredible. And listen, it's kind of cliche. People say, well, there's something for everybody. There's something for everybody. But no. Seriously, the way you guys are doing things, maybe you just want some wings or the egg rolls, for example, that we had. And those are great. That's great bar food, especially when it's made from scratch the way that you do it.
Right.
But then occasionally maybe you want a steak. Maybe you want something like some salmon, some fresh seafood that's been flown in to Pennsylvania from the West Coast, from the East Coast. You guys really do have something for everyone, and it's not cliche. This is the one time that I feel like, no, they really do have something for everybody.
We try. Light fare, heavier fare, date night, casual. You just want to come in and have a drink. You can do that too.
Excellent. Yeah, the bar is gorgeous.
We love the bar. We love the bar. We have happy hour 7 days a week, 4 to 6.
Yeah. Hang on. Hold on a second. Listen to this happy hour.
All right, so we offer 7 days a week from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Half off all beer, wine, alcohol, liquor. If you want a bottle of wine, we want to split a bottle of wine. It's half off from 4 to 6. Half off.
And anything any drinks, any liquor,
if you want Johnny Walker Blue, it's half off.
Come on.
If you want a glass of champagne, it's half off. If you want a bottle of Dom Perignon, it's half off.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I don't know if you want to say that on camera because people are going to come running in. There's going to be bottles of champagne everywhere on football Sunday now.
Everything that we carry is half off from 4 to 6.
7 days a week.
That's our other way of reaching out to everybody in the community. Some people may come back and say, it's not in my budget for a $100 tomahawk, but it is in my budget to have a $7 martini. And that martini is coming with Belvedere because our Belvedere martini is half off during
Beautiful.
happy hour.
You know what else is cool about that too for wine drinkers out there? Sometimes there are bottles of wine, you're like, man, I really want to try this wine, but it's an expensive bottle. And even a glass sometimes can be expensive. So to get like 50% off of a glass of a bottle of wine that you've always wanted to try.
Right.
I think that's an incredible value.
It is. It's unbelievable. And we try to carry a lot of wines that you can't get anywhere else, that you can't buy in the store.
Wonderful.
You can't. All of my purveyors, everything it's called SLO, special order.
Okay.
And you can't just buy it anywhere. You have to come to the Chadds Ford Tavern.
Okay, let's talk about food at the Chadds Ford Tavern. What are we trying today? That's, I guess, what I'm trying to get at.
We are going to sample our classic. It's one of our staples. It is the bacon-wrapped filet that comes smothered in our demi-glaze, topped with our crispy onions, and it's served with our pan-roasted asparagus and our mashed potatoes that are coming mixed with cheddar and chives.
Cheddar chive mashed potato. And I keep hearing about desserts. Everybody around the restaurant that we've met today asked me if I've tried any desserts here, and we haven't yet, so we got to have some desserts, right?
We will be having all of the desserts
today.
The desserts today.
All
Chef
of the
Iggy
desserts.
could not decide which one she wanted to grace your presence with. So you will be treated to 2 of our dessert flights, and they will have one of each.
Dessert flights.
Dessert flights. So
flights
we
of
offer
dessert.
Singular desserts.
Are you kidding me?
It's like a beer flight.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of desserts everywhere.
Full-size desserts instead of mini beers.
Full-size desserts.
Full-size desserts.
Well, and
full-size.
real quick, in all seriousness, shout out to Iggy. She's here on her day off today.
She is.
Right?
She is. Iggy is the backbone to this restaurant. She is an invaluable member of our team, and she came in specifically today to make sure that her desserts looked the way that they were supposed to and tasted the way that they were supposed to, because heaven forbid they're not Iggy's desserts.
From everything you've told me, she's very passionate about the way her desserts are made, down to, an absolute T, down to the minuscule of the last ingredient of sugar that's on something.
She wants to make sure that everybody has the same dessert experience when they come in, and they want to come back for more. And
I'm ready for our dessert experience. So how about this? Let's go have a seat, and we'll have dessert last. We'll do it properly, as much as I want to have dessert first. But let's go ahead. I guess we'll have the steak.
We'll have the steak,
and then
filet.
And then 2 flights of dessert.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
Let's go. Food's coming up next. It is time to get to the main course, and Kate, come on, man. Are you serious with this?
I know.
Bacon-wrapped filet.
Bacon wrapped with crispy bacon on the outside, prime cut of filet, cooked to the perfect temperature, topped with our homemade demi.
Beautiful. And you said that this is something that's kind of a signature dish for Phil anytime he opens a restaurant?
It is. He has this on every one of his menus. Even at one of our Italian restaurants at one point in time, he had a prosciutto wrapped filet that was on the menu.
Okay, that's really smart.
So yeah, this is it. This is the big one that everybody loves.
I got it.
Give it a cut for us.
I will. I'll cut us some filet here. What am I looking for? What do you think?
You are looking for that beautiful medium center, so it's going to be a nice shade of
Oh, I feel like I'm messing it
reddish
up.
pink in the middle of the center.
Yes, it is. You called
and
it.
a beautiful sear on the outside.
And I
that's
really...
going to be paired with our cheddar chive mashed potatoes and roasted asparagus.
Now, what do you recommend? Should I get a little bit of the potato with it? Do we just go this with the demi for now?
Oh, that
demi
with the
glace?
demi.
Just with the demi for
Just
now.
with
Okay,
the
you guys
demi
ready?
for now, and then get it on that potato.
Right into that house-made, scratch-made demi glace. Look at that. Look at the color on that. Are you kidding me? There we go. Moment of truth. Come on, man.
Your face says it all.
Come on.
Your face says it all. That's what we aim for every time. That face.
That is so rich and decadent.
It's our comfort food.
That's what it is.
It's our comfort
Very
food.
much so comfort food. I love the way that bacon adds a little saltiness, a little fat in there. But you know what you've wisely done, in my opinion, is we get the flavor of the bacon, but you've used a very thin strip so as not to overtake the filet.
Right. Right.
And
It's
I
just
feel
a little
like-
pop of bacon, but it's not too much.
And now that I think about it, I'm just as guilty as probably some of you out there. If I were to make a bacon wrap filet at home, I would get overzealous and try to put a big thick cut piece of bacon
Because
around
everybody
it.
loves bacon.
Right.
But with this, less is more.
Yes. Man, it's like an aha light bulb. You're getting it live, a light bulb moment right now from me. Because I would have put like, I want a big thick strip of bacon, but then that's gonna leave it rubbery and fatty.
Right. You want to get a nice sear on it. So
Yes.
you got to see them cook the steak.
Yeah.
And the viewers at home will get to see them cook the steak. And after they sear each side and then they cook it in the oven for a little while, they bring it out and your chef is going to literally rotate it on its side to crisp up that bacon just to make sure it's got that nice crispy finish to it.
I was wondering about that. I'm like, I wonder if he puts it in the broiler and it gets crispy.
Nope, they pan sear it and they just rotate it on
Just
its
rotate
side.
it with the bacon.
50 of them a night.
Man, that is, it seems so simple. It seems like you would think, of course, just put a thin strip of bacon around it. But that's not what we do, is it? We want to put a big, thick strip of bacon because that's what we... Let the pros do it right. Let the professionals do it because that bacon is crispy.
It is.
But it's imparting that flavor in there. You gonna have
And
some?
that's the important part.
Yes.
That it's crispy.
Yes, you
It's
want
not
that bacon
crispy, it's not
crispy. You don't want that chewy, fatty bacon.
Never.
This is
Okay, so
next
this time
level.
you have to try it with the cheddar chive potatoes.
Okay, so we're gonna
Get
mix
in
it
there
up
on
now.
The cheddar chive potatoes, and we make our potatoes from scratch
Oh man.
every morning. 50-pound bags of potatoes come in, and they make them. They hand mash them. Everything's from scratch, but you know that.
Yeah, I do. Well, yeah, that's the thing around here. Everything is made from scratch, made from scratch, made from scratch. With
Every
every
morning.
dish, every dish that we bring up, it's all made from scratch.
Every morning.
But potatoes, I'm a big fan. Cheddar
are, too.
chive potatoes with the bite of that steak. You see that? A little bit of everything. Oh my.
Melt in your mouth.
Oh my.
Comfort food.
Yes.
That's the comfort food.
I wouldn't think of that until I tried it. But you're right. It's all comfort food.
It is. So a good portion of our menu is meant to be American comfort food.
Okay.
Because when you go out to dinner, yes, sometimes you're going out to dinner, you're looking for an adventure, you're looking for something new, but a lot of times somebody's going out to dinner looking for an experience where they're being served.
Mhm.
They are,
Right.
Diners are looking to have everybody take care of everything for them. That's the whole point
Sure.
of going out to dinner, is have somebody serve you your drinks and then bring you your food. You want to make sure it's cooked right. And whether it's mom's homemade meal and she made the best filet and the best homemade potatoes, we want to make sure that you get that experience, but we also want to make sure that you have the phenomenal dessert after. And it leaves you wanting to come back for more.
You see what she's doing here? You see
Selling
what
you
she's
on the
doing?
dessert.
She's segueing into trying to get me to eat a bunch of dessert next.
It's going to happen. It has to. Your eyes are going to see that and they're going to take over.
Okay, so before we get to that, tell me the story. Tell them what's about to happen here. We've got a trio of desserts or something like
So
that?
we actually, Chef Iggy could not decide which desserts she wanted to send out. So she is going to send 2 trios out and have one of every one of our desserts on there so that we can showcase what we offer. Because we offer a little bit of something for everyone, just like our regular menu does. We have our panna cotta and our creme brulee, which are going to be gluten-free. So for those people who love to come in, love to have dessert, but they can never get a dessert when you're out and about, because very rarely can you find gluten-free, whatever it is.
Right.
Ours are made from scratch. They're fresh.
Creme brulee is like, that's my
And-
weakness when it comes to dessert.
Yeah. And then we will have our chocolate stout cake, our caramel apple donuts, which are that's
Caramel
my
apple
favorite.
donuts.
Caramel apple donuts.
That's what's around the corner.
And then of course we will have Iggy's world famous cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
So, cheesecake.
So we're doing 2 dessert trios.
2 dessert trios. There's going to be 6 full-size desserts that come out.
Well, I've taken my last bite of steak for now, ladies and gentlemen, but apparently, according to Kate, right around the corner, we've got 2 trios of desserts, including the famous cheesecake challenge, creme brulee, stout chocolate cake.
Chocolate stout cake.
I can't even.
Caramel apple bread pudding.
Just stick
caramel apple
around.
donuts.
Stick around, wait for the transition. It's going to be out here next. Iggy's here joining us now, and I guess it's time for dessert. Is that right,
It
ladies?
is time for
Dessert
Iggy's
time?
famous dessert.
And we're doing 2 trios, I'm told.
2 trios. So Iggy's going to
Oh
tell you
my
what we have
gosh.
on each trio.
Ta-da!
There's Phil.
This time,
$1 million
Iggy's the man,
Phil.
the myth, the legend. All right, Iggy.
Oh, these are yours?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm making some room. I'm sorry. I gotta make some room. What do we have? Talk us through these. What do we have?
You want to start here?
Come on, Iggy. What
The
do we
first
have?
one?
Tell me.
Chocolate steak cake.
The chocolate stout cake.
Yeah.
Chocolate lovers. Okay.
Cheesecake.
This
Iggy's
is the cheesecake.
This
Iggy's
is the
cheesecake, right?
Yeah, that's better than anything you'll ever have anywhere else.
Cheesecake challenge.
Apple caramel donuts.
Apple
Yes.
caramel donuts. These I've been looking forward to.
We've been talking about those all day.
Yeah, that's donut in dessert form like this. One of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
So that's just one trio.
Yep.
Okay. Look? What is this?
Panna cotta.
Panna cotta?
Yeah, topped with our toasted coconut that Iggy
Yeah.
toasts herself.
You toasted the coconut yourself? I mean, you do everything. Everything's from scratch with you,
Everything.
isn't it? Is this creme brulee?
Creme brulee.
Big sucker for creme brulee. What do we have on top?
Very comfortable.
Is that a compote
Compote and whipped cream.
and whipped cream? And over here,
Yes, apple bread pudding.
apple bread pudding.
Apple
And,
bread pudding.
and is this the one that you said when you were pregnant?
Every morning.
Every-
Every morning. The apple bread pudding.
Is that dangerous when you're pregnant? You're,
It's
you're
terrible.
you're with child and you come into and you own a restaurant and you come in and you've got all this. You can just order whatever. That has to be the most dangerous thing ever.
It's terrible. It's wonderful and it's terrible all at the same time.
I'm not mad at you for it though. I mean, listen, you're pregnant with your child. You
taste
deserve
it,
to have
you're
whatever
gonna
you want.
understand why the baby only wanted.
Oh, well,
bread
let's
pudding.
start there then. Why not? Let's start. Everybody, you guys got fork spoons?
Yeah.
Let's dig in. So this is the apple bread pudding
Yep.
that Kate had every single morning when she was pregnant.
For like 18 weeks straight.
Ooh. Look at that. I mean, that's even just cutting that off. I can feel like it's sticky. It's moist. You got the
It's not
ice
dry.
cream. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You know what I just realized? I just realized. I think I'm pregnant. Because I'm going to eat that for 18 straight mornings. I think that's, I had no idea until just now. Until just now. That's unbelievable. So wait a minute. These are 6 different desserts all made from scratch. And you make these yourself?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Chef
I want
Iggy.
to keep eating this, but there's...
You can't. You have to
What-
try everything.
Oh, man.
You have to try everything.
Okay, I'm going to come back to this because that's... Okay, what next? Iggy, where do I go next? On the dessert tour. What next?
My donuts.
The donuts. You're proud.
Yeah.
You
The
smiled
donuts.
and lit up when I said that.
The donuts.
My donuts.
Oh man. Okay,
You
grab
may
me. Yeah,
wanna
you guys want to grab
fork
one? Fork it?
Yeah. You may want to fork that.
Have you ever used a fork to eat donuts?
These are
Me
hot,
neither,
fresh
but
out of the fryer,
apparently-
so.
Is that ice cream too?
Mm-hmm.
Whipped cream and ice cream?
Whipped cream and caramel sauce.
Iggy's homemade caramel sauce.
Homemade caramel sauce. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Oh my god. Can you see the glisten on this? Can you just see that? The powder, is that sugar and cinnamon?
That's sugar and cinnamon.
Mmm.
This is what Iggy and I snack on mid-shift all night long. Donuts.
Yeah.
Those are next level. Those are incredible. I don't know what to say. We still have 4 more desserts.
And there's something for
Those.
everyone. That's the
Clearly.
best part.
Yeah.
Something chocolate. We have the panna cotta and the creme brulee are both gluten-free.
Really?
So they are good for anybody.
Excellent.
Anybody.
And you're right, and people are particular when it comes to their desserts. Some people are just chocolate all the time, so you need to have that
Right.
that option. For me, I'm a
Right.
big like creme brulee guy
Okay.
because I'll normally eat a big meal like that big steak
So you
that we
want
had
something a
earlier.
little bit lighter.
So something a little bit lighter. But these donuts though, and then everything's great.
Well, so that's why we do the trio, and we offer 3 desserts for the price of 2, so that
Oh, okay.
if
So
you
you
can't
can-
decide between the donuts and the creme brulee or the stout cake, you can get them all.
And I would have to share this. Now imagine this after a meal, like that
The
steak we
tomahawk.
just had, or the tomahawk steak, or the plate of wings, or the appetizer trio, and then your main dish, and then and then the trio of this.
And we do it.
Where do we
do
go
it and love
next?
it.
Come on, let's
What's your
go.
next favorite? The cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Oh.
Iggy's cheesecake.
Cheesecake challenge.
Cheesecake challenge.
So I'm gonna get a little bit of the compote. Yeah, a little
Uh-huh.
whipped cream, little compote. Oh man, that is
You can see how it just melts.
glides right
As you
through.
put
That
your-
fork just
Uh-huh.
glides through.
right into that homemade crust.
This is, I mean, how's this my job right now? Oh, come on. You could drink that through a straw,
Mhm.
but it's, oh my goodness.
It's creamy.
Yes,
It's cold.
yes.
It's
And that
refreshing.
crust, you brought up a point earlier that she makes her own crust, right? Iggy, you make this crust? That is dynamite. Because a lot of times what I find with cheesecake is the crust can be too dry. And it's almost sandpaper-like.
Yep.
This is not that way at
No,
all.
no.
This is more like,
No, Iggy knows how much butter to put in there, how much cinnamon, how much sugar, how much.
yeah. It's almost like this like graham crackery, like a sand or
She
paste.
even grinds up her own graham crackers.
Really?
She gets the whole graham cracker and she cuts it all down and
This-
grinds it all up.
And you can tell because it's not crumbly right now. There's not like a lot of like hard crusty parts dropping off. It's a nice like sandy but firm crust that just, you can totally tell the difference. I'll be honest, this is kind of the first time I think I've noticed that now that you mention it. But compared to other cheesecake crusts, that's totally different.
And can you tell what her secret ingredient is
And what, the crust or the cheesecake?
in the cheesecake? Can you taste it?
I'm getting like some lemon zest.
Lemon zest. But it's got to be the right amount of Iggy lemon zest,
Iggy lemon zest, that's what it was.
right? Too much, no good. Too little, no good.
Yeah,
gotta
too
be the
much
right
it'll
amount.
overpower it. You're right. There's a sweet spot for that lemon zest. But it helps though because that cheesecake is so rich that that citrus helps
it a little
cut
bit
it a little
lighter.
bit. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
lighten it up.
Yeah. Iggy's famous
the same.
cheesecake. No, it does not taste like eggs.
No, this does not taste like eggs. We were joking earlier sometimes if done incorrectly, cheesecake can taste just like scrambled eggs. This does not taste that way.
No.
All right, Iggy,
No
you're the
eggies.
boss. Where are we going next?
Yo creme brulee.
The creme brulee? Yes, I was waiting for that one.
This is for you.
Excellent. Will you guys have some? I feel bad right now. I feel weird. Have some with me.
All right.
Little quality control. Oh man.
Mm.
Look at that. The sugar on top,
Yeah.
the torch.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous.
That's your new love. You
We
see the
could-
way he
yeah.
looks at you?
Yeah. Can't help it. I can't help it. Give you the goo-goo eyes after eating all this dessert. Come on now. Yeah, and
That
if you want
crunchy-
that, that's what you want to hear
that crunch.
on the top of that creme brulee when you torch it like that. This is so incredibly good.
It's dangerous.
We could have done an entire episode just on desserts.
Uh-huh.
We really could have.
Especially because she does specials too. Like, what's your
really?
special right now?
Now it's s'mores bread pudding.
Yeah, s'mores bread pudding.
S'mores bread pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she makes her bread pudding and she bakes chocolate chips and marshmallows
Man.
in, and then she tops it with ice cream and marshmallows, and she toasts the marshmallows, so it's like a fresh roasted marshmallow.
Beautiful. Well, now I'm trying to make up reasons to come back, is what I'm doing. I'll be really honest. So
I can list 6.
yeah, there are 6 very good reasons. All right, we got 2 left. Where are we going next?
Chocolate
Chocolate
stout.
stout. Okay. Is that your caramel sauce on top?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
And a little bit of chocolate sauce.
wow. Yeah, I thought I saw some chocolate sauce in there too.
Yeah.
And that vanilla bean gelato.
Yeah,
Nice and
Bob was going to
creamy.
ask you that whatever ice cream you're using for this stuff, that on its own is great.
U.S. Foods.
It's fantastic. Well,
Number one.
whatever works. You see here? You seeing this? Oh, that stout really packs a punch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it does too? Because this is a very sweet dessert.
It is.
Very heavy, very decadent and sweet.
Yeah.
That stout cuts some of that sweetness.
Yep. Iggy comes out and gets her Guinness every time.
I was gonna say it's got like that Guinnessy
Yeah.
flavor to it.
And it just kind of sits on your tongue and coats.
Yeah, it stays there.
It does.
But it works again because there's so much sweetness going on in that. That stout really works for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Last, certainly not least.
Coconut panna cotta. There's room, I promise. This one's light and fluffy too.
Okay, so we save this one for light and fluffy. Oh, what's on top?
Toasted coconut, whipped cream, and a little bit of Iggy's homemade caramel.
Homemade caramel. Panna cotta. It is light though. You're right. It just goes right through. Ooh. My gosh, this is ridiculous.
All of her desserts.
You know what I love is that toasted coconut. This tastes like a toasted coconut dessert. And what
Does.
happens is that panna cotta is so creamy, it helps take on the flavor of the caramel and the toasted coconut. So it becomes like a toasted coconut panna cotta. Just, you did a great job with that. I love it. And the fact that you toast it, it makes a big difference. This is good.
All right, so what's your favorite?
Why are you gonna, how can I
have
answer
to.
that question?
You asked us what our favorite was.
Well, yeah, but I'm the host. I'm supposed to do that. Depends on what bite. Like after I have a bite. No, honestly, if you're twisting my arm, I definitely have to say the apple bread pudding. Is that what it is? The apple bread pudding,
The apple
and
bread
then
pudding.
the caramel apple donuts.
They
I don't know
are-
if it's an apple thing. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was your story about eating this for 18 straight days or months or whatever it was. Weeks. The only one I missed. Weeks. But yeah, these two are by far my favorite.
They are phenomenal.
Great
Again,
job.
They're a great comfort food.
Thank you.
Yes, you're right. Everything here does give you a certain. I don't know how to explain it because it's not about flavor; it's about a feeling.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
you're home.
Yeah, everything that we
There's
tasted.
nothing better than a perfect dessert
There's something
curled up on your
comfortable.
couch. Good cup of cocoa or a great glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
know.
after today, I think that's what I'm going to do is go back to my hotel and curl up on the couch because that's all I can do at this point. But this place was great, man. Everything that you guys have here is incredible. Chadds
Thank you.
Ford Tavern, historic building, great food, and great people.
Wonderful
I think
people.
that's the one thing that I take away from this more than good food. We taste good food a lot. We really do. And the only thing I can think of better than the food that you served us here today is your staff.
Our
and I
staff
can't
is
think of a higher
incredible.
compliment, and I mean that.
I appreciate that because our staff is family.
Excellent.
Family, every one
I
of
can
them. And
tell.
we truly mean that. We truly mean that.
If you're making these for me, I'm going to treat you like family. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
No question.
Yep.
Well, where can we find you guys on social media?
So we can be found on our website, www.thecftavern.com. You can also find us on Instagram at the Chadds Ford Tavern. And you can find us on Facebook. And our Facebook is facebook.com/CF Tavern.
Wonderful. And you know where you can find us, as always. Make sure you go to americasbestrestaurants.com. And with this page, with this episode, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. And here's what I need you to do. Call to action, folks. At the bottom, under the comments, which dessert would you pick? Since I got put under the gun, you are now going to get put under the microscope. Which dessert would you pick if you had the choice based on what you saw here? It's tough. It's tough. I tasted them and it's tough. So watching them and just looking at them is going to be very difficult, but I want to know. So put it in the comments which dessert you think you would taste. Ladies, Chef Iggy, thank you for joining us. You're clearly very busy, so the fact that you took some time to come join us, we really appreciate it.
On her day off.
Yeah.
On your day off? On your day. She's got to get out of here. We're going to end this episode, so thanks for joining us on this episode
I need to sleep today.
of America's Best Restaurants. He's got to take a nap. We'll see you next time.